sustainable period. So this is my email address. I don't have Instagram, sorry. I do have LinkedIn, and my name on LinkedIn is Eva Rowe. And like I said before, my YouTube channel is called Eva the Vegan, but I can drop a link to that once I've finished the presentation. And today the workshop is all about sustainable periods. So first of all, why are periods so wasteful? So 90% of a typical menstrual pad, not including packaging, is plastic, and then of course the plastic packaging, and 6% of a tampon is plastic. Lots of tampons actually contain rayon, which is quite concerning. In the UK, we produce 200,000 tonnes of menstrual waste every single year from 4.3 billion menstrual products, and in the average lifetime, a menstruating individual will use between 11,000 and 16,000 menstrual products, which weighs up to 200 kilograms, which will end up in landfill. So first of all, I want to talk about some eco-friendly alternatives that are not reusable. So these would be free from plastic, so they're biodegradable. You can either do this in your home compost, or if you have access to industrial compost in your county, you can check on your county waste website. These are usually free from dyes, chlorine, fragrances, and dioxin. Dioxin is released when tampons are bleached. Tampons that contain rayon, when you bleach rayon, it releases dioxin, which is a pretty nasty chemical that you don't really want to put inside of you. So I like to say choose organic cotton where possible. Organic pads, it's better for the environment, more sustainable to grow organic cotton than it is normal cotton. It's a very thirsty plant. You can find organic cotton tampons, you can find organic cotton menstrual pads, and you can even find reusable and biodegradable tampon applicators. I will leave a list of recommended brands at the end for you to screenshot or whatever you want to do, so that you know where to find these things. And there's also a thing called a tampy liner, which I'd never heard of before, which is essentially a tampon, and then on the string is like a panty liner. And so it's like a 2-in-1 product for anyone who likes to use a tampon and then have an extra layer of protection for in case their tampon leaks. So reusable pads. These range between £5 and £15, kind of per pad. They range a lot in price. So for mine personally, I paid £15 for a pack of 3 pads. You usually get them in a set. You can buy them individually. They're essentially just like a fleece lining with some absorbents in there, and then kind of like an outer, and they clip together, as you can see in the picture. They do have similar absorbents to regular pads. You can get different sizes, shapes, nighttime ones for heavier flow, panty liners. You can even get thong-shaped reusable pads. And the clippers are how you secure it around your underwear. You just clip them around the back of your underwear. I think they're really easy to use. I absolutely love reusable pads. They last between 5 and 10 years, depending on how well you look after them. I definitely recommend hand washing. I use a nail brush and some Castile soap, and then make sure you rinse all of the soap out. You don't want to be putting soapy pads on you, but you can wash them in the washing machine, but I would recommend rinsing them out first just to get all the excess blood out. But yeah. And then there's a menstrual cup, and a lot of people get quite scared of the menstrual cup, but there's nothing to worry about. These range between £10 and £30 each, and they usually come in 2 different sizes. So you get the small size, which is for women who are under 30 and have not had a child, or you get the second size, which is a little bit bigger for anyone who's over 30 and or has had a child. This is just because your vagina changes over time. They are made of medical grade silicone. There are some on the market which contain latex. I really wouldn't recommend those. Some people are allergic to latex, so I'll definitely recommend investing in a good menstrual cup, because they can last up to 10 years if you look after them and keep them nice and clean and shiny and don't damage them in any way. The seal around the top of the cup helps to prevent leaking, and they can hold up to 3 large tampons worth of blood. Each cup is a little bit different. You can get some which hold a little bit more, but they're usually 3 large tampons worth of blood. You can keep them in for up to 12 hours. You can sleep in them, exercise in them, swim in them, whatever you want. The little toggle on the end, like the string, it doesn't hang out at all. It stays inside you, so it doesn't irritate or hang out, or so you don't need to worry about that. And they are flexible, which makes them really, really comfortable, I find. I recommend boiling them. Boil them on the hob for sort of 20 minutes before using them, just so they're nice and clean. You can put a bit of bicarb in there to remove any stains, and you can also hand wash them. And I do show you how I do this in my YouTube video. But you do need to be careful when you're using a menstrual cup if you have a coil, simply because the seal produces like a bit of suction. So if you just pull it out without breaking the seal, you don't want to be pulling out anything else as well. So I definitely recommend talking to a doctor about using a menstrual cup if you would like to, and you have a coil, just on what they recommend, since I'm not a medical professional. The next one is period pants. I don't have any experience with period pants, but I've heard really great things about them. They range again from about 10 to 40 pounds. The higher end £40 kind of period pants is for sort of larger periods, very heavy flow, and also some brands do even make sportswear. So they make like running shorts that you can just free bleed into, and the liner of the underwear is just like a menstrual pad, really. And I mean, I've heard they're amazing, and they even do swimming costumes now, like bikini bottoms and swimming costumes that you can free bleed into, and you won't be embarrassed when you come out of the water or anything like that. So just like a pad, I would recommend soaking them, getting rid of all the excess blood first, and then you can machine wash them. You can wash them on their own, or you can wash them with black things that you don't mind, you know, if there's any blood left in there, but it should be okay. There is a range of styles and fits, so you can get absorbance levels from anything to like a heavy flow to just a panty liner. Like I said, you can get special ones for swimming, for sports, a range of styles from thongs to boy shorts, or whatever you want to wear, really. They kind of cover everything, and they are really good. And again, I've got a list of brands that I recommend at the end. They are very discreet and foolproof. You can't really go wrong with them. They're just a pair of pants, really. So, and because they're a pair of pants, they are very discreet. If you look after them well, they can last you for years, like a normal pair of underwear. So yeah, if you wash them and look after them well, they can be a really great investment. So now for my recommendations. So for the biodegradable alternatives, I recommend the Dame. It's a reusable tampon applicator, which is quite exciting, I think. And then there's Own, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which are organic tampons. Calla Lily tampy liners, which are the tampy liners I talked about at the beginning, like a 2-in-1 product, cuts down on packaging, cuts down on waste. And then Pom pads, which again, I've heard lots of really great things about. For reusable menstrual pads, Cheeky Wipes, which also do, I think they do nappies, they also do sort of little makeup removers, stuff like that. They're a really great company for reusable pads. And Charlie Banana, my pads are from Charlie Banana. I really like them. They come in a pack of 3. They're about £15. I've had mine for 4.5 years, and they're still white. You just need to look after them well. And from independent sellers, if you're handy, you can make reusable pads yourself. They're not that difficult. I don't think. You can find a YouTube video on that. But also, if you go into a local package-free, eco-friendly shop, they'll have some in there, or just on your local marketplace, or anywhere really. You can find them in lots of places nowadays. For menstrual cups, I personally use the organic cup. I've used this organic cup for 4.5 years, absolutely love it, never had problems. Menstrual cups do take a while to get used to, just getting it in, getting comfortable using it, things like that. Yeah, you know, everyone's different, everyone's body is different. You just need to do what works for you. But the Luna cup is also a really popular brand of menstrual cup, and as well as the Moon cup. And then for period pants, so Thinx is a really great brand, and they do the sportswear. They do like running shorts, and yeah, it's really interesting, really cool. really cool company. And then Modi Body bought out their line of period swimwear. I think they've only got bikini bottoms and a swimming costume, but you could always just wear the bikini bottoms underneath your normal swimsuit if you wanted to. But it's a great alternative. And then Wooka, which do a range of very basic, they're about £15 their underwear, but they do normal underwear and bras and stuff, and so you can match if you're interested in that. And then a really awesome company called Hey Girls, and they actually do everything from, you know, biodegradable plastic free tampons, pads, menstrual cups, reusable pads, and they are also quite a politically active company. And when you buy one of their products, they donate one of their products to someone in need, someone in period poverty. And yeah, and I think they're well priced as well, about £15 for some period pads. So yeah, thank you for listening. Now it's time for the Q&A.